Hello again and welcome back to our course on Excel 2013. It's very often the case when you're working with Excel that you have a large amount of data which needs to be subjected to some fairly routine repetitive processing. And one of the new features in Excel 2013, which is Flash Fill, can really help with that. And I'm going to demonstrate Flash Fill using one or two specific examples. Now, the examples I'm going to use are based on the worksheet that you can see in front of you. And in this worksheet, I've got some very simple data about some of my customers. I've got their home phone numbers, 7 digits, and I've got last name and first name of each of the customers. And what I want to do is to make a couple of new columns out of this data. And I'm going to get Flash Fill to help me to do it. Now, the home phone numbers that I'm using on the left are obviously not complete numbers, they're just the last 7 digits of those numbers. And normally when you see those numbers written out, they will be written out in a format like this: 395-6492. And what I'd really like is for each of those phone numbers to have that hyphen put in the relevant position. Now, if you've used Excel before, you'll know that you could write a formula using some string functions in Excel to do that for you and to automate this process, and that would be absolutely fine. It's the sort of thing we're going to look at later on. But Flash Fill offers you an even quicker way of doing it. Having entered one of those numbers correctly, if I go to the second one and just start typing the second one, so the second one will be ultimately 722-9845. Watch what happens if I just type the 7. Basically, Flash Fill, or more specifically Excel with the help of the Flash Fill facility, looks at the whole of the column next to the one I'm working in, and it works out what each of the others should be based on what I've done in the first one. So it uses the first one as a sort of model, and it says, okay, I can see what you're doing there. Well, if I applied the same principle to the rest of the column, this is how all the others would look. Now I can look at all those and I can say, actually, that's absolutely right, they'll all be absolutely correct. And then all I have to do is to press